Welcome back to the program. Wow, what an interesting twist with Kari Lake. Just the other day, she was thought to be the next ambassador to Mexico. And I said on yesterday's show why I didn't think that'd be a very good idea, especially with her positions and everything that she said about the cartels. You know, you're not on American soil, you're in Mexico. And so therefore, I felt like her life could be in danger. So I'm glad that she was not put in that position. But here we are just the next day, and President Trump nominates her to be the director of Voice of America. And I will admit, I didn't see that one coming. I mean, obviously, she has an extensive background in broadcasting. She was a fantastic news anchor in Arizona for 27 years. And she showed a backbone. And she said, I'm done with the fake news. I'm not going to continue to report on this garbage. I'm not going to continue to say the things the networks want me to say. And God bless her, to her credit, she said, you know what, I'm out. And she resigned from a really, probably a very good paying job as a news anchor for many years. I mean, she grew up in our homes, you know, basically out in Arizona. And so it was interesting. It was really an interesting choice, but it doesn't really seem that far off because she has such a broadcasting background. So Voice of America, though, is a very interesting company. This is an organization that's actually part of the federal government. And they broadcast in front of, was it 327 million people around the world? You know, they're basically they're supposed to be pro-America, but who knows what they've been spewing the last couple of years. But they're supposed to be, they started off in the 40s as basically an anti-communist and Nazis, especially the Nazis at that time, voice for the world, where the Nazis were spreading propaganda. We had to fix the record. So that's where Voice of America was born. But it's headquartered in D.C., so Kari Lake is going to D.C. And so she's going to be the director of this organization. It's been around since 1942. And yeah, it's a pretty big deal from that standpoint. You know, I thought that maybe she would have been the press secretary. I thought maybe she could have been something where, you know, she'd go back to network news or something like Newsmax or One America News. But this is an interesting position because she's going to be the director of about 1,000 people underneath her. And she's going to be making sure that Voice of America, this government organization that has been around to spread pro-America, pro-freedom, pro-liberty types of voices out there on radios all around the entire world. She's going to be the director of that. And she's hardcore pro-America, you know, and, you know, very protectionist of the borders and everything else. So I think it's a great, interesting pick. Didn't see it coming, I will admit, but I think she's going to do really, really well in that position, and I wish her nothing but the best of luck. I think because she was running for the Senate here in Arizona is the reason that she's not the Department of Homeland Security Secretary and Kristi Noem is. I don't have any proof of that. I'm just making an assumption. If she wasn't in the Senate race, I think she more than likely would have been the choice for that. And so because she was, you know, having a second race taken from her, she missed the opportunity for the nomination. And I think that's probably more than likely what happened. But she's going to be in Trump's cabinet and in a pretty interesting position. So there's been some other things, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Joe Biden today said, his words, "I had 2 9-hour operations. They took the top of my head off twice and couldn't find a brain the first time." I shit you not. He was at some type of function and he said, here's a serious story. And he just veered off and he said that. So I thought that was pretty crazy. And then what was the other thing I heard? Fetterman. Fetterman might actually vote for Hegseth. He said he's going to have a meeting with him. He's the only Democrat. I don't know. Something happened, man. He's changed at least somewhat. He's not as hardcore left, at least in his positions and things like that. So maybe he'll be the next one to flip over. I don't know. I have no idea, but we'll see. All right. Again, thank you all for the praise, prayers, I meant to say. And, it's interesting hearing from a lot of people that don't comment all the time. They don't comment every day, but, there's a lot of people that are sending me private emails and things like that about John. So I really, truly do appreciate that. It's a tough situation. Because I think he even said to me something that he's ready, and he even used the words "looking forward to it." And I would assume if anyone is willing to say that, they're probably in a lot of pain, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But I don't even know what to say or even how to end the show other than to say John was an amazing person, a patriot, and he knows that his body's breaking down and he's making preparations, and it's horrifying. It's just horrifying. And it's crazy. But the show must go on, so it will. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.